low, but hopefully not too low. And we can't, sadly can't adjust that at all, guys. But
I mean, I can try and move my mouth to the mic a bit closer, but there's not much else I can do, I don't think, because... Yeah, I've tried it all, I think.
it is what it is. We can always swap back after this. Sorry, guys, again, a lot of this cast is kind of like, I had already gotten ready for bed, and they're like, by the way, you can cast, so... we're kind of slapsticking it together at this point, but we'll bring you this cast. We've definitely got a solution for the audio. We can't do it right now, though, so we'll just have to get through this game first. We are in map number 3, tied up 1-1. And spawning in the top right corner of the map, it's going to be the red Zerg player, Departure, playing for, I believe, MVP.
Yep, that's correct. I just checked. Wait, patience? Yep, sorry. What an introduction. In the top left, we got our spoiler pink Protoss player. It is Patience. Teamless, right? I don't know what to call him on it.
Oh, yeah, it's not teamless. I think he's still on Alien Invasion. It's just he's back in Korea, so using a Korean account. I didn't hear anything about him being kicked, unless that's news I missed.
I think on his Wikipedia it says he's teamless, but I swear I saw something on Reddit that he left Alien Invasion. But I could be wrong. Sorry in that case.
Okay, well, I actually don't know, so we'll just leave it where it is. Regardless of what team he is, either on or not, Alien Invasion. Patience did go back to Korea, so he was a little bit sad. I think this definitely has something to do with Golden kind of retiring at the same time, but goes back to Korea. A lot of the pros have, especially the ones training for Korea. I know Jokshi's currently gone back to Korea for the My Insanity House. I know Hyun has, as well as MC. So a lot of these guys are getting ready for BlizzCon, training in Korea.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of interesting things going on in the game, I reckon. So we got, I think, I swear this was like a, what, 10-10, like Temple Tengas or Tengas Temple, right? No, maybe not. This gas is quick. Anyway. Wait,
yeah, for versus Protoss especially, like you kind of see this versus Terran, and you're like,
he's
okay,
not
whatever.
getting speed, Rifkin.
Yeah, he's sitting at 100. I wonder if he's waiting to scout something to confirm whether it's safe to go for it or not.
Well,
maybe he just.
Personally, I think it's because he got scouted. So just to mention, Patience went for a 13 gate, 13 scout, which is like super safe, and then he got the first scout as well, and he instantly saw this quick gas, quick pull, whatever timing it was. I kind of missed that. Sorry, but I swear Departure did this in your qualifier tournament as well, right?
No, he did 14-13 in just one base.
Yeah, so that's probably what he did now as well then, most likely.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I swear I saw him do something similar in your tournament, right? So
right, so what I was saying is I think he was going for that, but upon realizing it wasn't going to work, he decides to expand. So that's why the gas times, I think, are a little bit awkward in the timing at which all this starts.
Yeah, he just, I guess, delayed it to get the expansion done quicker, like you mentioned. So it's quick third as well. And look, it's working. So, such a clever move. Patience is going 3-gate expand.
Look at this! Look at the positioning though too. Like, what is this? This is really cool. I've never seen anyone do this. So it's at the top of the ramp, not the bottom.
Yeah, it's nice because it gives him a lot more. Like he's a lot closer to his expansion point as well.
Yeah, this is just hella weird, but cool at the same time.
Would have been sick if Departure was actually going for what Patience thinks he's doing and what he has been doing in his previous CVPs this week. So yeah, nice mind game by Departure to just kind of go for that triple hatch and delay his speed tech, and it's working very well, man. 3-gate expand. The Nexus is so late, so Patience is gonna have a lot of potential, you know, to move out with sentries and zealots, obviously, which I imagine he will for sure later on. But you know, if Departure can hold on to the 3-gate pressure, he's gonna be in such a good spot because the Nexus is so delayed. His third hatch finishes as the first expansion for Patience starts.
Yeah, the timing is working quite nicely here. So, to explain, by the way, just going back a moment, what Namshore was saying. Well, first off, apparently he's actually officially off Alien Invasion, so a little bit sad to hear. But one of the things that Namshore was referring to was Departure played against Parting in a group stage we recently cast and hosted, and one of the things he was doing was these one-base Zergling speed all-ins that were just crushing his Protoss opponents like nothing at all. I mean, like, it's weird to consider that in one game he made Parting look stupid. Like, consider that for just a second, right? So Departure's definitely got some cool moves, but wasn't quite able to pull them off in this game.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting opener. It must be so. I imagine it being very tricky for the Protoss to know exactly the timings of it, right? Like, on bigger maps, it's super hard to scout it in time, and you don't know if it's like a 10 pool all in or if it's just like the 15 gas 15 pool. So it's like an awkward timing. So it must be hard for the Protoss to know if they should go 3-gate expand or if they can get the Nexus down and defend it. It just gets awkward, right? Because they're not going to have as much experience with playing against it as Departure will have practicing with it himself.
Well, I think one of the things we need to talk about here, though, is he did see with that other link that the sentry count being as high as it is. So, man, that is quite a few sentries to see this early. And I was going to try and run in here. It doesn't take a lot to kill them, but it's just trying to bait out the force fields. Ends up giving away a couple too many lings for that.
Yeah, definitely doesn't want to fight that. And he's got roaches on the way and a lair on the way, and he's going up to 4 gases now, and drones on the 3rd base. Whereas Patience is going up to his 4 gases. You can't really go for like a 2-gas fast 3rd expand on a map like Merry-Go-Round. It's quite risky. So he's going to go up to 4 gases with that 4-3 searching +1. So should be going into their supply, I guess. Should be going into 3-base blink eventually, but just delaying it a bit, getting his 4 gases up before expanding just to be more safe, get more units out. Hold position, sell up. He's going to stop the run by. Well done. And he's just trying to force out roaches now, which he's successfully doing.
The problem is it's not like Departure's wasting these roaches. Like, he's going to need them for the defense anyway. So,
yeah, exactly.
This would be quite nice. He's got lings possibly ready to flank from behind too, so when those force fields go down, he might be able to run in and catch a couple of these sentries. But keep in mind, guys, it's a lot of force fields. 9 sentries with almost full energy. Oh, almost catches all this roaches. Like 1 second shy in that force field.
Yeah, actually I hit a hidden pro here with the proxy pylon, making a 2nd proxy pylon here, so he's making a 3rd behind this, but the ling, nice scouting by Departure, scouts the 3rd immediately, so now he could send his lings to deny the 3rd and defend this attack with roaches, but it looks like he's too scared to do that. He doesn't have that many roaches yet, so have to be careful here. A lot of force fields available.
Gets right on top of the sentries.
Well, the force fields are not good actually. A lot of roaches go through there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Lots of panic as he stutters away. He's actually got nothing left, so I love the choice to recall. I think had he tried to fight that out, that would have gone very poorly for him.
Yeah, but he actually ended up using like twice as many force fields as he would really originally need to, because he didn't really cut that pathing off, so the roaches squeezed through, and you can't let the roaches go through because they're going to kill the sentry so quickly. So yeah, good recall. But it might be tricky to hold on to the 3rd now. Roach speed is finishing now, +1 on the way as well, so he's not going to have any upgrades, but just having roach speed and just pumping a lot of roaches and lings could do so much, because he burned out so much force field energy, but he's actually getting a 4th and droning up a bit more. So he's just going to saturate on his 3 bases and get Burrow and Tunneling Claws. So he's just setting himself up a bit more in terms of economy, and then he's going to go for an attack now, making a lot more roaches.
I really like Burrow and Tunneling Claws. I think that's a cool move. It's one of those things where, like, even if there's detection for it, the idea is you're not using it for always that sneak attack, that shark attack. You want to actually burrow and move underneath those force fields. You want to be able to escape the danger.
Yeah, and especially now, there's like no immortals. So, I mean, there isn't that much DPS in the Protoss army. The Protoss army is basically relying on force fields at this point, because there's not that many Stalkers and Zealots. So, like you said, when you got Tunneling Claws go under the force fields, and there's not that much DPS in the Protoss army, it's in this situation, it's going to be very effective. And I've actually seen, I think, Saxtree do this a lot recently. So, seems like it's a bit of a Korean thing. You don't see that much out of foreigner Zergs right now, but this kind of 5 gas, it's actually only on 4 gas. So he's quite all in, but I picture it working quite well.
Yeah. Some question in the chat, does Zerg can play StarCraft 2? No, I'm a caster, I clearly don't, but when I'm busy not playing, I play really bad Terran. There you go. Time War comes down, gonna force the fight, but Tunneling Claw's not done yet. Force fields are not that scary here, though. Certainly escape if he wants to. Now Tunneling Claws is done. Now he can move forward underneath this. There's no detection, damn sure. There's no detection. So the shark attack on Burrows right on top of the sentries. He can do it again. He's still in range of them, though, so doesn't need to just yet.
Yeah. I mean, there's not even a robo facility down, so he doesn't even have the potential to get detection, even if he wants to.
I don't know if Departure's recognized this, though. I think he thought there was an observer because he just started to tail it away. Could have just burrowed to safety. Yeah,
it definitely looked like it. And you don't want to take that risk as the Zerg player to kind of assume there's no observer when there could be. So it was a fine decision by him, but yeah, maybe he realized as soon that there is no observer.
Well, he's gonna have to burrow one way or the other just to get through these force fields. I really don't think he's recognized that there's no observer, but might finally realize it as he gets underneath and surrounds. But no focus on the force fields, no focus on the sentries. Just gonna aim moving into the fight. I think it's kind of a mistake. Just take out all the sentries and then clean up whatever you can afterwards. I mean, Stalker count's not really that high. It's the sentries that give the power to this army.
And I mean, if you take a look at the surveys of patience really quick as well, the reason this is working so well for him is because he's basically all in. He's got 4 probes only at the third, which means he has more money to make units.
Yeah.
If he doesn't kill Departure, he's gonna lose the game. So he's been trading pretty well though. Departure has to be careful. He doesn't have.
I think if he pulls the drones, oh, there we go. The drones being pulled. Yeah, this will be good. No recall available. This is gonna get hairy. Last force fields go out, and you know, Blink Micro is cool and all, but there's just too many roaches. I think the numbers on the side of Departure.
Starting to look like it. I mean, even if there was a recall, Patience can't really macro out of this. He's got such a low pro count. He pretty much has to kill Departure, and he's losing out on this fight now. But a lot of drones did go down there. 39 drones left only. So. But
it's hard to make the argument against the drones. I mean, it's 4 bases. I mean, Jesus.
He's got a lot of larva, but I mean, if he runs out of money, I guess the larva doesn't really matter in the end anyway. So Patience is not probing behind this, so he's gonna keep committing. And oh my god, if he makes this work, I don't even know. +2 attack versus +1, of course, helping.
Yeah, would like to see a little more burrow micro start coming out of Patience here. Like, I don't feel like he needs to lose all these roaches the way he has been, but either way, he's still got that supply lead of 73/46 for the army, and that's kind of all that matters at the end of the day.
I mean, roaches are free, Bling, it's pretty good. I mean, Patience is just retaining his units better, because, yeah.
Like the same way Patience is using Blink, I wish we'd see Burrow. Just, you know, burrow the one roach at a time, heal it up, put it at the back, whatever.
Man, this is so close.
Burrow's like actually slow motion Blink when you think about it. Just pull it to the back. But I think a Link Flood might just be enough to make the Stalkers start hurting here. I mean, there's only a couple Zealots here, really. Oops, what's going on with the camera? There we go.
Zealots are tanking pretty well, making it easier for Patience to retain his Stalkers, but all needs to Blink Micro well now. Loses 1 Stalker there, loses...
It's so aggressive off of creep, and now supply count is really starting to feel the burn.
Good Zealot warpins there, because when the roaches are, you know, so close to the Zealots are going to do so much work. And just burrow out of there.
And you could go for the pylon too, like just burrow for the pylon snipe.
I mean, Patience is doing this. He's got the superior upgrade, and he is, I mean, basically mining more. A tiny bit, not really much of a difference, but he's transferring probes to his third base now. He's gonna have 11 probes mining at his third, whereas Departure's got none. Okay, Departure's transferring.
Yeah, this Mothership report actually killed a couple of probes there at the third base.
Alright, but yeah, Patience, I feel like he's got a bit of a lead now. This is such an awkward game. Doesn't feel like Departure should have lost this game. He just didn't realize that Patience was all-inning. He's just being overly aggressive out on the map in the first place. So
a cool move like this might be able to bring him back into it. I mean, it's gonna kill quite a few probes.
I mean, yeah, like there's no robo facility, so this could do so much. But on fight up creep like this has to be careful, especially when he's harassing on the other side of the map at the same time. He just needs to hold on creep.
Let's see if he kills enough probes to make this worthwhile. Runs into Burrow.
Yeah. I mean, this is all he needs to do. He can just keep everything burrowed here, and Patience basically can't engage unless he has way more army. But
yo, I don't think Departure knew there was no robo until just now. I mean, it didn't perhaps dawn on him because he didn't do any scouting, right? So now he can happily just do what he wants.
Yeah. So nice to see that he finally utilizes Burrow a bit more by just making it so hard for Patience to ever engage, because he doesn't know how much are going to be burrowed under his army if he ever steps on creep. So it's very risky for him to move too close to that third base. That Mothership Core though, it's killing drones, man. 9 kills on it now. But not all drones, I imagine. Burrows them now, so that's gonna stop the mining a lot. Okay, Queen comes down, it's gonna stop that Mothership Core.
Yeah, you think you see like a cannon or some sort of priority out of Patience to deal with this cloak. There we go. Finally, the robo starts up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you should just make a robo facility at this point.
Yeah, the bros has gotten away with too much at this point.
Yeah. Gonna kill the base. Departure, I guess he's just looking for pilots, but didn't really find any, so just kind of running around now. I'm gonna lose the fourth as well, man.
Oh, it sucks. This is starting to go downhill for Departure. Somebody that looked like he had like such a sick hold, such a hold on this game even.
Yeah.
Do you think he just goes for the base trade at this point? I mean, like, what can you really do?
I mean, it looks like he might. He's just clearing out pylons right now, and yeah, recall, so not really gonna work. Well, there's no wall off there. Links go into the natural base.
Oh, God.
Well, this is getting very awkward. Force has to go down. Guardian Shield gets popped, but no observer. The roaches just get out of there.
Ling's heading everywhere. If they can kill enough probes, it brings him back in the game without question. But he's got to kill enough, and that's the problem. Where are they all? But they're the third. So here comes that roach attack to that third. He's going to focus the Nexus. guts everything else he can. Natural Base actually still has quite a few probes standing, but at this point down to 25 workers in total. Suddenly puts Departure in a not so bad situation.
Yeah, I would have loved to see him focus fire the Robo facility more so than the Nexus, in my opinion. Anyway, he would have been able to do so much more with these Roaches, but now when Patient gets the Observer, he's gonna be able to fight.
But this whole game, there's no way to know that there's been no Observer, right? Like for us, it's so obvious, but for Departure, as far as he knows it's coming, it's right there around the corner, you know?
Yeah, it's true. Hard for him to know. Trevor now going into the main base rather than joining Patient's army. He just wants to stabilize economy-wise because he knows that he just killed Departure's bases, so he just doesn't want to, you know, let more probes die. There's a lot of Lings bird in his main base. Man, it's a strange game. Feels like Patient's got a good grip on the game now, though, with the Observer out on the map.
Yeah, no longer the Burrow Roach is going to get away for free. They should have planted some Lings too to hope to get on top of this army, but sadly the Observer is going to give all of this away. Creep Tour has been cleaned up too. Should be onto this. Roaches, on the other hand, are on the wrong side of the map. They're going to go for that Nexus snipe. Not a bad choice, but with this, is going to force out a trade at home that I don't think he can necessarily win.
Yeah, and Patience has an Observer with his main army now, so Timing Cloud won't really be that effective now anymore. That's not another trick with this army. He's just going to recall. He might... Oh, he's just going to kill the drones, I think, and then recall. Not a bad move at all.
Yeah, Patience look like he's got this game on lockdown at this point. There's just... Even with the base trade, possibly... Oh my god, that SimCity's playing against him! Look at this snapshot, what the fuck?
No, Stalkers, get out of there, what are you doing?
Oh, the recall comes down too.
Yeah, that's where his attention was, so those Roaches are gonna die. And that's gotta be the game.
That's gotta be it. Game number 3, about to go to Patience any second now. Departure with that GG timing.
I mean, he's got 8 drones left. There we go. Wow.